Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, okay. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. I'm your host Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week. This is episode 144. Thanks for being here. What are we doing today? We are going to recreate a scrolling interaction just like Apple Arcade. Now, before I get into the more details about this, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's in the live chat room right now. If you're in the live chat room, go ahead and say where you're from. I love seeing where this whole global community is from. We got someone from Germany. And I know a lot of people like Johnny is here. I think Johnny is in San Francisco right now. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. If this is your first time at joining us live, or you're watching a recording, these streams happen every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And what we usually do is we either talk to Webflow community members, show off what they're doing with their processes and whatnot using Webflow, interview with some of the Webflow employees, do some simple to advanced builds of components or interactions, like what we're going to do today. And all sorts of other variety stuff. Like, I think 2 streams ago, we did a speed building challenge with 6 or 7 community members who were just like building something really fast, kind of like a fast cooking challenge or something. It was really fun. But we got NYC in the house, Detroit, Bellingham, Austria. This is so awesome. Thank you so much. Spain is represented here. Awesome. Thank you all so much. Love this global community. All right, so let's get into what we're building today. Let me go back to my browser. Browser, there you go. All right, so recently Apple released huge news about new things that they're building, and one of them was this Apple Arcade thing. And the thing that people were tweeting me about was like, "Hey Nelson, can you do something like this page?" And right now, as I'm looking through the page, when I was looking through the page, I was like, okay, this is all simple. What's something that we can do inside of Webflow? And then I got to this part right here, and I was like, whoa. A background video turns into some sort of like TV, and then you got the MacBook, you got the iPad, and then you have the iPhone just sitting there. And it visually explains... Oh, my camera's off. Oh. It visually explains... that you can play these games, the Apple Arcade games, on any screen that has Apple on it. That has like, probably this is for the Apple TV and then Mac, iPad, iPhone. So yeah, it makes sense. But how can we do this interaction inside of Webflow? So I was practicing and I was like, yep, it can happen. It can happen. And check this out. If I preview this, whoop, it can happen. Just like that. All right. So let's rebuild this from scratch. But first, let me get my camera back up. Sorry. Video capture device. Whoa. Calm down. There we go. There. Live technical editing. All right. We're still on my browser. Cool. All right. So what I like to do is I like to leave this up, my practice, just in case I forget some steps. But it's fairly straightforward, especially with Webflow interactions. All right. So let's get to this. And if you have any questions, hold them for after the build, and then I'll answer them all at one shot right after I'm done building this. Okay. So let's get to it. I'm going to call this work. Okay. Now we're on a blank page, and I'm going to make sure not to use any of the interactions I've already set on the home page. The only thing I'm going to copy from the home page is this background video element. Everything else, no, I'm not going to touch, okay? Because I want to show you how to do this. It's really, really simple. All right. So first thing, let's get to work. All right. First thing, I'm going to bring in a section, okay? Now this section is going to determine how far I'm going to scroll, okay? So I want to scroll, I want to keep scrolling, and then after that scroll happens, we're going to make the first section go away, and then the second section come up, okay? So it's a combination of interactions and position sticky. So let's do this. For this section, we're going to call this work hero. And you can name it whatever you want. And for the height, I'm going to set this to 5,000 pixels. So 5,000, if you can see this scroll bar, this gives me a good enough height to play around with for the scrolling effect, okay? All right, next. Let's go ahead and let me double check. Yeah, the device wrapper. Okay, so I'm going to drag in a div block inside of the work hero, and this is the device wrapper. I'm going to call it DW for device wrapper 2. So that way I don't reuse the same class and I'm not cheating. Okay, so the height of this is going to be 100 VH. If you're not familiar with VH, it's viewport height. So however tall your canvas is, however tall the browser window is, it's going to take that. So that's 100%. If you put 1 VH, that's 1% of the viewport height. All right? All right. So let's keep going. So just to show you, actually, I think I can go ahead and put the background video. Yeah, that's what I did. So I'm going to copy the background video, and I'm just going to paste it inside of this. Okay? Now, as I scroll down, the background video already goes away. Okay? Now, I don't want that to happen. Okay? I want this device wrapper to stick. All right? I want it to stick to the top. All right? So what I'm going to do is do position sticky. Okay? Now, as I scroll down, position sticky and 0. That's what I think it is. Okay, cool. Yeah. So as I scroll down, it's like position fixed. It's not moving at all. Okay? As I scroll up and down. That's exactly what we want. However, once it gets to the next section, that's when I want the device wrapper to move off the page. We're done with you. Okay? We've already seen what you got. So here in the navigator, I'm going to drag in a new section and place it under the work section. So we have the work hero and then this section. We're going to call this section 2. And just to show you, for example, I'm just going to put 100 VH and center all the content within it with display flex, center align vertically, and center horizontally. And let's change the background color so we know that we're on a different page or different section. And lastly, in this section, I'm going to drag in a heading, and we're going to call it the end. Okay? And so, as you can see with the position sticky, this video sticks until I'm done with the 5,000 pixels for that first work hero section. Okay, so that's how sticky works. It's pretty cool. And it's being used a lot on the Webflow marketing pages. You've probably seen the e-commerce page, launch page, the current webflow.com homepage. We use a lot of position sticky there. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Okay, so as we scroll down, it goes away. Cool. So we're almost there. Now we're going to go to Work Hero. Okay, I'm going to select Work Hero, and this is where the magic happens. All right, check this out. Check this out. I'm going to go to my interactions, and I'm going to do while scrolling in view. Okay. Now, some people might say this is parallax scrolling, but I guess you can call it that. I just call it a scrolling interaction. Okay, but I'm going to click on play scroll animation, and we're going to create a new one. We'll call it live stream. So, yeah. And now, if I go here, because I've added a trigger, it has this green icon saying, hey, this has a trigger. Okay. Now I'm going to click on DW while I'm in animation mode. Okay. So this means I'm still in interactions. Even though I've clicked on the navigator, I'm still in the animation mode. Okay, so I go back. And the reason why I clicked on DW2 is because this is the element I want to affect. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, not DW. I want to affect the background video because the background video is the one that's scaling down, not the whole device wrapper. So background video, and I'm going to set this to scale. And the reason why, when you start using interactions and you see this caution sign, it has a purpose, okay? Usually it means, hey, you've started some sort of animation, but I don't know where my start and end is. So for scale, what's my start? Well, my start is going to be 1, okay? So my scale is at 1x and 1y, okay? Basically, its original size. Then we go down to 100% and click on this, and it still has the caution symbol. The reason why is because it's like, hey, what's my end? What's my goal? I want you to go down to, let's say, 0.7. Oops. 0.7, and you can drag it here too if you want, but let's do 0.7, and yeah, that's it. You're done with your scrolling interaction for the TV screen. So if I do live preview on, if I scroll down, there you go. Now you can see how easy and fun this could be when you're rebuilding that Apple thing, right? Oh, look, it doesn't really reach 0. Okay, let's see here. What if I bring this down to 13? Okay, cool. Look at that. See? Not too hard. Now, on the Apple page, it doesn't really end at 100 and then finally scroll. It has some sort of like presentation, like it stops for a beat. So probably when it gets to about here, let's say 80, that's when we want the scale to be done. So we can drag this here. You can change this by dragging here visually or just typing it in here for the keyframe. And if I live preview, there we go. Stops for a beat and then scrolls up. Simple, easy, yeah? All right, let's keep going. So that's the background video. Not too hard. Not too hard at all. All right. Let's keep going. Now, let's go ahead and put the MacBook. What did I do for the MacBook? I know that I made a MacBook wrapper and then okay. So now we need some things. We need some things to overlay on the background video. So I'm not going to put the MacBook inside of the background video element. I'm going to put it inside of this. The reason why is because I don't want the MacBook to do a scale effect. I want it to do a zooming out and in focus effect. So I'm going to drag in this div block and let's just put it right here. Make sure not to put it in the background video. Okay, you don't want it in there. And let's go ahead and let's do position absolute. All right. So before I do that, let me explain position absolute versus position relative. Okay. MacBook Pro work. Position absolute. All right. Oh, it's already relative to DW. Cool. Never mind. I don't have to explain because this has a target of DW. So we're good. Cool. All right, so for this MacBook, I think I made a width of like, I'm just going to pick a number, 760. For some reason, that's calling out to me. I'm just randomly picking these numbers. Oh, and I want to make sure that I put it there. Okay. And let's go ahead and put the image of the MacBook. And this is just something I just took off of Google Images. It's just like a MacBook and it has nothing on the screen. Okay, cool. So what I did was I chose the image, I set it to cover, and what cover does, it stretches it until it can't go any further. And then I positioned it in the center, and I made sure that it doesn't repeat. Okay, cool. Now this MacBook is really big, so let me, yeah, let's go ahead and fix the width and height. Let's see. Maybe. Okay. I think, yeah, I think that's good right there. So what I'm doing is holding shift and pressing up and down on my keyboard to go up and down by 10 pixels. It's a little pro tip for you. Now watch, if I scroll down, it's still doing that sticky effect and both devices go away because both of them are within the DW2 element. All right. All right. So we have that there. Let's push this away from the side a bit. Kind of like that. I'm just eyeballing it right now. All right. Now I'm going to put the background video in there. So let me get the background video. So I clicked on background video. I'm going to paste it into this. And I'm going to remove the class name because I don't want this style. Cool. So I don't see it, but let's see. If I add a class name, we'll call it work or MBP video. Let's see here. Let's see here. What's going on? What if I do, so if I do height 100, oh, I don't see it. Oh, okay. So Z index. The reason why I couldn't see it is because the Z index, the relative, is set to 0. So I need to put it up by 1. So Z index is kind of like layering. Okay. So there we go. Now that it's showing. Now I don't need the height to be 100%, but I do need it to be probably, let's take a guess, 300 pixels. Probably like that. Let's do something like that. And the width would be, let's see, 80%. And let's center it. There we go. I want to get right there. Probably like 65.5%. Yeah, something like that. I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to move it down. Let's move it down here. Actually, right there. Cool. We found it. Let's preview it real quick. It's working. All right. Now let's do the whole zoom out effect. Now in the Apple page, on the Apple Arcade page, it just zooms out. All right. Let me see here. Can I show? Yeah. Let me show you. Oops. All right. So it zooms out. That's cool and all. And then if you look at the actual MacBook, iPad devices, it's like, okay, cool. It's like zooming out like that. But my thought was, when you're looking at something real close to your, if you're not like focused on something and it's really close to your eyes, if you go like this with your hands or something, and then you zoom it out, you have this blur effect that's happening at the bottom of your eye, right? Or on the subject that you're not focused to. So in Webflow, you can actually do that. So I'm going to show you how to do the zoom in effect, but also on top of that, we're going to do something that Apple didn't do, which is a blur effect. All right, let's get to it. This MacBook right here, this is going to be triggered by this same trigger. So we're going to go here, go back to our animation of live stream. Okay. And now that we're in animation mode, I'm going to go and click on MBP work. And we're going to add, let's see here. I'm going to add a transform, okay? And I'm going to add it anywhere I want just for now, and then I can refine it later. So I'm going to do a move. And the beginning of the move, the Z index is going to go closer to us, okay? And the zoom out is going to be, the move effect of the Z axis is going to be back to 0. Now, if you preview this right now, nothing really happens to the MacBook because it's doing a Z. It's doing a 3D thing. It's supposed to come at us. Well, that's not going to work unless you tell the parent element, which is DW2, hey, things are going to be 3D. All child elements are going to be 3D. So be ready for that. So I didn't set that up yet, but we can do that right now. and I'll show you. I go to DW2, and all I have to do is scroll all the way down to transforms. And this menu right here, children's perspective. This, when you do 2000 like this turns on the 3D-ness. All right. Now let's go back to our animation. Work hero, live stream, and let's preview this. See what's happening to the MacBook? It's coming at us, right? So let's move that even further. Let's go crazy. Let's 2000. Whoa. Okay. Is it that too crazy? Okay, let's try that. And there you go. So the 3D origin is in the center. And so when you're playing with the Z axis, it's coming at you, but kind of like the old school Windows Starfield screensaver. Yeah, I went that far back. It never really comes dead center at you. It goes like that. Okay? So that's what's happening right now with this. Yeah. I used to stare at that screensaver for so long, wondering, is one of these going to hit the center of the screen? Okay. I'm old. All right, here we go. Let's see here. So the MacBook should end after the background video. So I'm going to move these around. And so again, you can just eyeball these and do the timing on your own. But yeah. There you go. There you go. See? Easy. All right. Next, let's do that that filter, that blur effect I was talking about, okay? So right here, I'm going to click on MacBook Pro Work, and I'm going to press the plus sign and do filter, right? Now this filter is going to have a blur of 5 pixels. I'll leave it like that. Obviously, you can't see it because it's off the screen right now with that Z axis. And then for the end, the filter, I'm going to set that again to 0. And now let's take a look. See that blur effect? That's so much more better than what Apple has right now. Boom, just like that. And then it's just up to you to have fun and play with the iPad and the iPhone. Get crazy, put the Apple Watch, and then I don't know what else can you put after that? I don't know. Apple glasses, Apple car, whatever devices you want to put on this thing. But all it is just, again, with the interactions on the scrolling, it's what's the beginning and what's the end. Where do I start and where do you want me to go when I'm done scrolling? And then it's just up to you to play around. You know, any questions? I mean, that's basically it, and it's super fun to do. Yeah. And so this is the part of the stream. Again, if this is your first time here, this is part of the stream where if you have any Webflow projects that you want to show off to the rest of the community, or you want to get my eyes on it and do a review of it, I'm happy to do that. Just drop the link in the live chat room right now. If you have any questions about web design or Webflow, I'm here for you right now. So give me the questions. Give me the links. I want to help you learn. All right. Let's see. Do I have anything in the... Okay. No. Okay. Let me check. And this is, again, I'm trying to restream to the Facebook group. Is it working? Okay, it is working. Okay, cool. All right. Cool. Yeah. So Bublock says Webflow is actually so much better than Wix. Thank you. Are you able to trigger the video to play as the Apple site does? That would need custom code. Who said that? Eric, yeah, that would need some custom code to do that. I can imagine some sort of JavaScript saying, um, at some trigger, play background video element, and then at another trigger, pause background video element. Yeah. All right. Cool. Site reviews. Site reviews. Um, and make sure it's .webflow.io links. Okay. But for the first three, I'll go ahead and take them. Hartman Studios. Let me look this up real quick. Ooh! I need to see. Oh, I gotta show you guys. What? That page load. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Check this out. See this logo, Hartman Studios? See it? How it's uh like a 3D rectangle, right? He recreated that type of feel of the logo, that type of shape, with the two angles, like going like, oh, that nice touch. Okay, let's keep going. Uh, okay, that's interesting. Interesting hover effect. If I click it, lightbox. Yep, it is cool. All right, nice. Was this template or was this straight blank page? Hover effects? Yep. Ooh, okay. All you're doing is moving. Is it moving a background position? Or is this a div within a div? Interesting. I like it. So far, I have nothing to say. I like it. Nice. Let's see here. We deliver big. Nice. Really cool. Great job. Let's look at one more page. Page transitions. What's up? Nice. Cool. Yeah, I have nothing. I can tell this is a CMS, or this is a collection. Good job. Nice. And soon we'll have CMS field, or CMS multi-image fields. It's something that our team has been working on. Soon we'll have it. Great job, Cory. Great job. All right, next one. Diego, if you can post your webflow.io link, that would be great. Hold on. Okay, so who's this? Bub? I'm gonna call you Bub. Oh. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay, here we go. Bub, you said that really new to this. Well, welcome to the community. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so the interaction, I think this is from a template called Momentum. And so far you're doing good. What I would suggest, have you already gone through the Webflow tutorials on university.webflow.com? If not, I would strongly suggest it. So far, you're learning how to, I'm guessing you've learned how to change the text. You've styled the buttons a little bit on this template. But yeah, good start. Keep going and come back next week after and show us what you've learned. You know, I love to see people learn. That's the beauty about Webflow. There's so much learning, and after we add another new feature, there's even more learning to do, and it just never ends. And that's the great thing about Webflow. I mean, it may seem daunting at first if you're just starting out in Webflow, but the thing about the Webflow community is that there's so much people who want to help you, get your skills up to a new level. All right. So just ask on the Webflow forums, forum.webflow.com, and people will help you out. Also, again, university.webflow.com. Do it. All right. Web Desire. What are we doing? Secret Loft. Ooh, that's pretty. That looks like something Iron Man would be in if it's like a little house. That's like Iron Man's little vacation home. Yeah, and Jarvis is closing the blinds, obviously. This is nice. Okay, sorry. I was looking at the background video. All right. As far as, man, that's a nice house. That's a nice kitchen. Wow. Look at that lighting under the bar. Okay, I'm done. All right, let's scroll down. Okay. All right. So that animation, that's nice. I like it. But this part right here, this text, this content, it gets lost with the it gets lost with the background image. So kind of darken this spot right here a little bit more so I can see the text. But yeah. Oh wait, it's a slider? Hold on. Oh, and you have scrolling. Okay, cool. You have a scrolling animation. Nice. Okay, so work in progress. Got it. Scroll down. All right, I like this grid right here. Very nice. And I like this right here. Oh, wait. Am I missing something here? Something just... That was weird. I saw something and then I didn't. Okay, well, moving on. So you have scrolling interactions happening. Cool. Gallery. Ooh, how'd you do that? Is that like masking, clip mask or something? I'm inspecting it. What did you do? What did you do? I need to learn. See, this is the thing about learning. Like, there's so many people just create some awesome things, and it's like, oh, there it is. Found it. Mix blend mode exclusion. And you've added this as custom code. Got it. So you added custom code to your Webflow page. I'm looking this up right now. Can I use mix blend mode? And IE, no. Edge, no. But all the other major ones, yes. Okay. Mix blend mode is a thing. What? Safari, what's wrong? Does not support hue, saturation, color, luminosity. Okay. Huh. Come on, Safari, get on that. All right. Pretty cool. Oh, okay, it's the slider. Okay, still in progress. Well, great job. From the content, obviously, to the masking interactions, the scrolling effects. Love it. Keep going. Fix this right here. Yeah, what is that? You saw that. Something's up with that. And this is just nice. Yeah, good job. All right, next one. Who do we got? Cory, any feedback on how to have the page transitions not block the editor view of the site? Okay. Good question, Cory. So what Cory's asking is if you go here, right? Looks beautiful. However, the client will need to do something like $edit. And when you do that, the bottom CMS bar should show up. But I don't think it's showing up right now. Let me see here. You don't have the CMS turned on yet. Okay, so well, I've been through that, and it's just all about Z indexes, and I've been through that issue with my own client sites. So yeah, try putting the Z index of your preloader to be lower. Like, what do you have it right now as? Let's see here, loader, and you have Loader full. Okay, so you have the z-index right here of 999. Try to make that lower. Something like just 100 or something. I don't know. Okay? Because you're competing with the CMS toolbar. All right, hope that helps. Dope. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you too. Diego, what do we got? Ooh, what is this? That's pretty. Oh, Rocket Raccoon. Oh, side note, Rocket Raccoon still doesn't know that none of the Guardians survived. He still doesn't know. Oh, okay. Okay, we got some scrolling interactions here. Nice. Cool. Interesting. That jumping effect. I know what's happening with this jumping effect. You're doing a display none to display block. Right now, it's display none. And when I hover over this, you have an interaction that's telling this content right here to go from display none to display block. And you can't animate that. Okay? And so because you can't animate it, it's just an on and off switch. It's either display none or display block. And so when that on and off switch happens, you get this jarring effect for the iconography at the top or the logo. Okay, so to fix this, I would suggest just pushing down the content on the y-axis and setting the opacity to 0. Okay, and then push it up when you hover and set the opacity to 100. All right, so that way this doesn't have that weird jarring effect. All right, hope this helps. Let's keep going. Scrolling down. Okay, so it looks kind of weird because this top right here doesn't have a border. So watch out for this right here. Small little things. But I like the hover effect that you're going for. Really nice. If you're going to do this type of hover effect, you might as well do it for all of them. Just stay consistent with your hover effects. This one is a scale, and this one is a fill. All right, an animated fill. So choose either one. Okay. Cool. Like it. All right. I'm just looking at the magnifying glass. I think it's too slow. Yeah, the magnifying glass is too slow to show up and too slow to fade away, right? Because this is fast, right? This hover is fast, this is fast. So everything is fast, but your magnifying glass is slow. So keep consistent with the speed of your interactions. Okay? This is nice. That's so cool. If these videos were in sync, then it would make more sense. Because right now, obviously, this is not in sync with this. But I know what you're kind of trying to go for. This is probably like, this is us filming. And the reason why this is blurred is because we want your focus on here. Because you are watching what we're watching. All right? So I get it. Oh, a different background video for each slide. Nice. Cool. All right. Good job there. All right. Good job. Watch out. So I know what's wrong with this one. So the issue here is on the regular, the none state of this button right here, you have a border. And you also have a transition timer of border, okay? When I hover over this, you're removing the border. You're setting that border to either none or 0 on the pixel size. And so when that happens, the transition makes these two little triangles move. So instead of setting the border to be none or 0, just copy the same color as this background gray. right? That way you still have a border, and these two triangles don't move. Okay. Other than that, good job. Let's look at your nice, nice, great job. Oh, I scrolled too fast. What happened to your logo's gone? No. Interesting. Yeah, you need to fix when someone scrolls back up. I think you're missing your interaction to bring back the logo. But yeah. All right. All right. Anything else? Okay. Jose or Solano. Hey Nelson, is it possible in Webflow to link 3 or more dynamic pages? For example, categories page, product list, product detail. Not sure what you mean by that question. Link 3 or more dynamic pages. You can't link a text link or a link block to 3 pages. It's only one. So I'm kind of confused on the question. If you can rephrase it or show me an example, I'll be more than happy to try to answer it. Daniel is asking, another question would be, when actually 80% of users are surfing through their mobile device, true, is this a limiting effect for creativity? No. There's so much more. There's still a lot of things you can do when it comes to interactions and animations when you're doing the mobile breakpoint, right? You can get a lot of inspiration from Dribble Behance and just search for like app design. I always look at motion graphics. I look at movies and like how they do their titles and whatnot. There's so many things you can do. Even the screen is very, skinny. There's still a lot you can do with it. All right. It just takes a little bit more creativity to think within a smaller box. All right. But there's still ideas. You can still do this scrolling effect right here. This one that we just did. This will work on mobile. You're going to have to size it down, but it'll work. All right. Oh, whoops. My screen. Where is it? Yeah, this is the scrolling I'm talking about, the thing we just built. Yeah, this will work on mobile. All right, so just keep at it. Let's see here. That explains the jump. Oh, wow. This could be a short stream if no one else has any questions. Okay, here we go. Web Desire. What do you got? Wait, didn't we already look at this? Oh, no, here we go. So this seems to be a restaurant. Okay, whoa. Okay, so that was jarring. That I said whoa for a reason. I got kind of scared. The reason why is because you have a huge image, okay? Huge image that's taking up 70% of the screen. And when that huge image just changes automatically without me having to touch anything, it kind of scared me. I'm like, whoa, what happened? All right. This happens to users. You don't want to scare your users. You want them to enjoy the imagery. Okay. They probably paid for a photographer to do professional shots in their restaurant, and you don't want the users to be scared of these shots. So what you do is, instead of doing a slide effect, do the crossfade. Okay, and make the crossfade slow. The reason why is because if this was a nightclub or something like that with like lights happening everywhere and it's supposed to be high energy, that's when you can like do something like this or make the crossfades fast. But this feels like I just want to enjoy my wine, I want to enjoy my food and just take in the atmosphere. So I'm going to make the crossfade slow. A cool example, a simple example of this is watch concerts, okay? Watch televised concerts or something, and don't focus on the music, don't focus on the artist, focus on the camera angles, okay? So when the musician is playing something fast, they're not using crossfades, they're going from camera to camera, cut to camera, cut to camera, and it's happening fast because they're going with the music. But when the artist like slows down and says, "Okay, I'm gonna play something on my acoustic guitar," and then like the lights are kind of low and dim, and then you'll see camera one, and then they switch to camera two, and it's a slow crossfade because they want to do some art direction where it's like we're slowing down the pace of each transition to match the mood of the music. All right, so there you go. What's next? Oh yeah, let's look at another page. About. Okay. Okay, so this is probably from a template. If it's not, good job with this. This is really clean. This is nice right here. Nice. The photography is beautiful. Cheers, dude. Good job. Okay, so these are anchors. Good job. Good job. All right. Lumardi, I have a question. Is it possible to add a transition when hovering over a button with gradient? Yes. How do I show this fast? Can you give me an example? I already have the solution in my mind, but I want to copy what you have in your mind. Okay. Arturo, what's the best way to build a multi-language site inside of Webflow? Good question. Still a hard answer because I've never made one before. I've never made a multi-language site. But the solutions I've seen that the community has done is go to bablic.com, use a Google Translate widget, translate it themselves, and use different subfolders and duplicate pages. So that's all I can think about right now. But yeah, we are still working on a native solution for that inside of Webflow. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So let me do the gradient thing real quick. Okay, Jonas, can I share Figma prototype page for some help? Usually it's only about since this is a Webflow stream, but it is a web design stream. I guess we can show it. Got about 10 more minutes left, so go ahead and post that link. Okay, Lamarty, let's see what you got. All right. Oh, where's the effect that you're trying for? Or yeah, I need more context or something, but yeah. All the way down, all the way to the bottom there's a button. Yes. Okay, so all the way down there's a button, and yeah. So gradient. I mean, this button right here, it already feels nice. Oh, but okay. I think I know what you mean. All right, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna put it in here. Actually, let's put it in here. Get out of interactions. I'm gonna see if I can do this real quick. Let's go ahead and bring in a button. Okay, let's make this button ridiculously big for some strange reason. All right, have a nice transition. Okay. No, I don't want to use button. I want to use link block, and we're just gonna call this button. All right, and inside the button we're gonna have some text. Hover me. All right, let's give it a background. No, we're gonna give a background color of this. Actually, maybe. Okay, let's try that. Trying to think, how am I gonna do this? Okay, just changing colors real quick. Ew, that's ugly yellow. Oh my gosh. So gonna go like that. There, kind of like 3D-ish. Make sure that this is white. No underline. Make this a little bit bigger. Hover me. Border radius 20. Make it 50. Boom. Cool. All right. So we have this, and now here's the thing. No. Let me go back to yours. So you have that, and then you want. Okay, so this part doesn't change. This part doesn't change, but this does. Okay. Hold on. I'm setting it up in my head and trying to do it. So you started. So it's gonna be dark. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's not gonna be a gradient. Let me figure this out, and once I figure it out, I'm going to give you the answer. Just hold on. Okay, yeah. Gradient overlay. Like that. And let's add a gradient. How come I don't see you? What's going on? Aren't you relative? Oh, you're not relative. There we go. Boom, relative. That's what I wanted. Delete that. Yeah, you're fine. Oh, but the text needs to be on top. Okay, so this needs to be... Hold on, almost there. All right. Gradient. Now let's go ahead and, yeah, we can be like that. This one, we can go ahead and set that like that. All right, so this is like that. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and the hover is 100%, and then the none is 0, and then we set that to transition on opacity. Boom, got it. Oh, but it has to. Okay. Let's see here. Can I do this one? Cool, got it. Woo! All right. I got it. I got it. All right, here we go. Whew. I like speed builds. Fun. Here's how I did it, okay? Let me explain. I'm going to start from scratch. Boom. First thing, link block. Okay, so this link block is going to hold, is going to be our link, but it will hold our text and our gradient overlay. All right. Now I'm going to call this like yay button, whatever you want. And I gave it some crazy padding. And then after that, I gave it a background color. So I'm setting this as a solid color rather than a gradient. Okay, and I'm using the dark color. Okay, using the dark color. And wait, am I using the dark color? Yeah. Actually, no, I'm using the bright color. So it's like that. Okay. Then I'm going to set the border radius to something ridiculous like 20. And then I'm going to put some text inside of this and say, hover me. Exactly, Lamarty. Change the gradient overlay and change the opacity. And yeah, exactly. So with this yay button, instead of 50, I'm going to remove the underline and set the color of the text to white. And now I'm going to overlay. I'm going to add an overlay that's position absolute that fills up the whole element. And because I'm doing that, I have to do a position absolute. And I need to set up this parent to be the relative, so that way the position absolute of the gradient overlay doesn't stick to the background, doesn't stick to the body tag. It sticks to the yay button. I'm going to drag another element in here. I'm going to call this overlay. And for this overlay, I'm going to set this to position absolute, set it to full. And I'm going to set the Z and X to 1, so it's on top of everything. And I'm going to set the background to be a gradient. Okay? And I need to sneeze again. It's not. Okay, it's gone. Okay, yeah. Okay, anyways. So we have this linear gradient, and I'm setting this to be 0 and setting this to be something like this. And there we go. So you have that 3D gradient effect. Now you can see the two edges are coming out of the button. So to remove that, you can just go to your button and set the overflow to hidden. There we go. We cut it out. And this hover overlay is on top of hover me. So no, actually this is right. And so lastly, all you have to do is go to your transitions and set that timer to opacity. And the beginning opacity is going to be 0, but when I hover over it, we're going to set it back to 100, and we're done. I said we're done. What happened? There we go. Cool. Yay, that was fun. And we finished on time. Cool. Another question from the yeah, if you have any other questions, ask now. Daniel, I want to build an e-commerce website. Do it. Go for it. But everything should be on one page, even the add to cart button. So you can do the add to cart button on the same page. But you still need to go to a shopping cart page. You can't do everything on one page when it comes to e-commerce. You still need to have the shopping cart widget, the checkout page, and the order confirmation page. So all those steps you still need. There's no such inside of Webflow, not yet. There's no like one-click buy, kind of like Amazon. There's nothing like that yet inside of Webflow. Okay, Figma. Let's see here. What you got, Jonas? It's loading. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, I get it. So Jonas is probably asking, how can you do this effect? And yeah, inside of Webflow, we have a 3D tutorial that you can take, and it's going to take some time to do something like this, but it is possible. I see what you're trying to do. Yeah, but this is going to take some time. Yeah. 3D interaction. Yeah, it would be 3D, CSS 3D, and interactions together. So this one could be quite advanced. But that shouldn't scare you because you can do this. All right? But good start right here. Very different. All right. Eric, would it be best to use only CSS instead of interactions JavaScript for this type of hover effect? As far as the button goes, yeah. You wouldn't need interactions for something like this. You wouldn't need interactions, as you saw. I try to make animations as simple as possible. And if it becomes too and the reason why is because you got to think for the future. Is this going to be harder for me to maintain if I need to change something, anything on this element? So keep it simple. If like, say for instance, I hovered over this and then the hover me does some sort of like crazy effect, and also the button has to spin at the same time, then you have three things going on. Of course you would use interactions for that, because that would seem too hard to maintain using the CSS hover effect. If you can see it all in one timeline, that's where interactions comes in. So yeah, all I was doing is changing the opacity for this gradient overlay. And since that's just one element, it doesn't make sense to use interactions. It's for my portfolio. I'd like to know if it's possible to have content inside the white squares and give it a nice animation. Yes, you can do this. Yeah, you can do this, and you can do animation. I can see it flipping where it's like whoosh coming at you and then coming back. Yeah, I can see that happening. Go for it. Let us come back next week, come back in a month, or however long it takes for you to do. Take your time. You can do this. And you set a goal. We want to help you get there. So come back each week and ask your questions, show us your progress, or even post on the forums and let us know how you're doing. All right. But other than that, I think we're done. We're done for the day. We're done for this week. Yeah. Do I have anything else? No. I think we're good. And if you have any suggestions for another type of build that you want to see on the stream, let me know. Post it on the forums, DM me on or tweet at me at the Pixel Geek, and I'll put it on the list. All right. So let's go through our outros. Where you at? There you are. Cool. Yeah. Thank you everyone so much for being here. If you're watching live or even if you're watching recording, thank you so much. Pablo's asking, hey, thanks for the video. Are you going to make it available to clone? Yes. You can clone this off of my Webflow profile. Just go to webflow.com/pixelgeek, and you can clone all the things that you see there. Okay? So, yeah, this will be on my showcase, on my Webflow profile when I'm done streaming today. All right? And that's what I love, that you can clone it, reverse engineer, use it for your own client work. Do whatever you want, as long as you're learning. That's the whole point of Webflow, to learn, to help you learn, to empower you, to inspire you to do some good stuff. Okay, what was that? All right. Thank you all so much. Let's end this stream right now. If you have any questions, if you have any count, billing, or technical questions, go to university.webflow.com/contact, and the support team will get back to you as soon as they can. If you have any design or custom code questions, go to forum.webflow.com, join the Webflow community, and post your question there. The global community is so helpful, and they want to help you learn. And do me a favor, if you get your question answered, pass that favor forward and answer someone else's question so we can all grow together. Right, the stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Follow us on the social medias everywhere. Facebook.com/Webflow, Twitter.com/Webflow. You can follow me on Twitter at The Pixel Geek, Instagram.com/Webflow app. I think that's about it. Yeah. So I'll see you guys next time. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and what is that? The notification bell? Yeah. So you'll know when we go live again next week. Thank you all so much. It was fun building for you. And as always, make the web beautiful. See ya.